Alright, going to change the gearbox on the 80 Trans Am today. Christopher's had a little wobble. We tried to tighten it up some, but didn't help any. So first thing I did, I took this bolt out right there. I took this little tire iron and I pried it off there, and it pried right off, and it slides on itself right there. So the next thing to do is to take the arm off there. I think it's called the pitman arm, but I need to go get a pitman arm puller. But before I took that off, I took a note of where the steering was first. Alright, went down to Advanced Auto Parts and rented this 3-piece, 5-piece front end service set. That's what it says. Oh, there it is. Anyway, should be one of these. We'll take that under there and see what we can do with those. Alright, so I just took a big crescent wrench, took the nut and bolt off. I did pry on it some, it did move, but that's as far as it's going. So looks like that one right there might do the trick. Alright, put that on there just like that right there. I'm going to take this socket, put it on there, and just start tightening it up. Just like that. It should pull right off. You can use an impact here, it helps. Alright, it's off. That thing was in there tight. Had to get the old breaker bar on it. But it's off. Now, we can take these 3 15mm bolts out. There's one at the top left up there. These two at the bottom. Should drop right out. Then we'll move that out of the way. I don't care if that comes crushing down. That gearbox is already went. It's going to be scrap metal after this. But yeah, these 3 bolts here. Alright, there we go. It's out. So there's the manual one. I can turn that by hand. Can't turn that one by hand. But yeah, it's a lot smaller. Weight savings. But I'm going to turn this one all the way clockwise and counterclockwise, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to put it exactly where this one already was. Just going to put some vice grips on here and make it easier to turn. Alright, there's a flat side on this. And going off that flat side's right there. The flat side's right there. So I turn this one. This one takes like 6 turns. This one takes like 3. So it takes more turns to get this one to move, but it moves a lot easier. But I'm centering it out. The flat spots are about in the same spot where it was before. And then there's a groove on this one as well. There it is. Right there. See that? That pitman arm will only go on one way. And the groove is in the same spot on this one. So hopefully that's it. We can go ahead and put that back in, but first we're going to unbolt the rag joint, which is pretty simple. It's just got 2 bolt holes. Take that off and it comes right out. But here's those grooves in the pitman arm. There's 4 of them. It'll only go on one way. And I think that's about where it was. Because I counted the turns on this one almost halfway, and it wound up there and that wound up there, and I turned this one, counted how many turns, then came back this way to see, and then it was almost yeah, about in the middle. It was almost, both of them were almost in the middle, but they wasn't. But the steering wheels and the wheels are caught just a little. So alright, on my left is the one Christopher ordered, and on the right is the one that came with the kit. This one has the reference flat spot, this one don't. Plus this one looks like better quality. So We're going to use this one right here. Alright, take this rack joint out. You just mainly got to take these 2 side bolts out. I've already got one side bolt out. I'm taking this one out now. Alright, that's what it looks like with it out. Now, I'm pretty sure stock, these are riveted in. You've got to grind them out, which is a huge ordeal. But anyway, we'll put that one right back in there. We'll take these nut and bolts out. And those 2 nut and bolts will bolt right there. So I got it there. Alright, so we got that on there. That's about where it was before. Now we can go ahead and slide that back up in there. Oh. That was a pain in the butt because you could only get wrenches on it. It was easy to fit 2 wrenches in there. So let's go ahead and get the gearbox, which I should have already brought down here with me, and go ahead and stab that in and throw some bolts in it. Alright, I held it out like that, got the bolts started, and pushed it back up against there and tighten the bolts up. Alright, it's in and tight. So luckily I was up there messing with that other pitman arm. This one right here does not fit this one tight, so I am going to have to use that other pitman arm. It doesn't, that could have been really bad. Could have been turning and nothing would have turned. So yeah, we're going to take that one off and put the one that came with this in it. I already checked this. This is the same. This is the same, but this ain't. Alright, so that's as far as that one will go on. It bottomed out on the threads. But definitely going to have an alignment. Because to get these 4 prongs to line up with it in the middle of the turns, then this ain't going to line up now. See, my flat side's on the bottom here and it's on the top here. Which sucks, but oh well. I got it all on. I bottomed out on the threads. That's as far as that's going to go. I took that out, took this whole bar out, replaced it with this one because the other one was too big. And then I like to never got that to slide on there, but I finally got it to slide on there and tighten it up. And the alignment's going to be off, unfortunately. There wasn't no way around it. I mean, to get this on, those 4 grooves had to go in this a certain way. And if I turned it any other way than that, it would have been way off. But I don't know, the steering wheel's off about a little over a half a turn, maybe a half a turn. I reclocked these screws and got the steering wheel. That's pretty much exactly where it needs to go, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if it's off any, it's barely off. But God almighty, taking out them screws, man, I twisted 2 Allen wrenches trying to get those out. I had to put an Allen wrench on my vice grips and then turn it, and it still twisted them. But I got them out. I clocked it.